welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria. If you are new here, welcome. Today, I thought that I'll make a video talking about 2021 trends. I was actually going to do this video in January, but then I felt like, you know what, no one's really going out. I don't know how much people are shopping for new things, so I didn't think it was maybe, gonna be relevant. That's my dog. Probably there's a rabbit outside, but there's a rabbit every day. Do you want to come join me? Do you want to come sit here? As I was saying, everything has started opening up again. There's a glimpse of hope in our future, possibly for summer 2021. So I figured, you know what, maybe the whole trend video might still be relevant. So if you want to know all about 2021 fashion trends, color trends, keep on watching. Before we jump into the trends, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I go about including fashion trends in my wardrobe and how I would recommend you to do it. The number one thing that I think is really important before you even think about a fashion trend, before you even think about buying a particular piece that's in trend, is to make sure that you have all the essential pieces, all the basic pieces like your classic, white turtlenecks, black turtleneck, classic t-shirts, whatever it might be. You need to make sure that you have those essential pieces already in your wardrobe, because you can't really make an entire wardrobe out of trendy pieces. If you do try to make, a wardrobe only with trendy pieces, you're going to end up with pieces that are not going to be relevant after a season or two. You're going to end up with pieces that just don't match, and it's just not going to be a functional wardrobe. So before you even think about having trendy pieces in your wardrobe, make sure you have your essentials down. If you are curious what should be included in your essentials wardrobe, what should be included in those basics pieces, I did do a winter essentials video. I will leave in the cards above as well as in the description box for you to check out. I'm also going to do a spring/summer must-have pieces for your basics collection. So if you are interested, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That'll be coming very soon. Now let's say you have your basic wardrobe down and you want to include some trendy pieces. How should you go about doing that? If you feel overwhelmed, where do you start, what you should buy, what you shouldn't buy, the number one tip that I have is to always prioritize what you like wearing, whether that's a particular color that you enjoy wearing because it suits your skin tone, or you just enjoy wearing that color, or there's a certain cut that it fits your body type the best, it suits you the best, because regardless of what that piece is, chances are you're going to be able to style it a lot more and enjoy it a lot more when it's something that you already know that you like. Same thing kind of goes for a particular fit and a particular cut in a trendy item. If a particular style, say high-waisted pants, is your favorite, always prioritize including trends only that follow your favorite cuts and styles. This way you are able to buy only trendy pieces that you feel confident wearing, and you are able to style very well, and it complements already what you have. Now for me, when it comes to including trendy pieces in my wardrobe, obviously I do choose only trendy pieces that follow the cuts and colors that I enjoy, and also the pieces that I'm looking to purchase complement the pieces that I already have in my wardrobe. But I also try to buy pieces that I know I can make them work for longer than 1 or 2 seasons, simply because I personally don't want to buy pieces of clothing that just take up space in my wardrobe, or let alone just waste money on pieces. I want to make them work as long as possible. I think it's perfectly fine to buy a piece that is trendy just because you enjoy it and you're going to get a lot of wear out of it, but I think it's also really important to be able to change the way that you wear it and style it in so many different ways so that you can make that piece useful for more than 1 or 2 seasons that it's actually on trend. So that's kind of how I go about including trends in my wardrobe, that I would advise you to do so as well. So hopefully you found those little tips helpful. So I got me some nice giant tea here, and I've got my laptop here with me, so let's get started. Let's start off by talking about 2021 colors that are in trend. By the way, do you guys like my pampas grass plant? I'm in love with it. Now, you may have already noticed if you go on to a lot of websites like Zara, H&M, obviously these more like fast fashion companies, they're on top of it when it comes to following trends. You may have already noticed some of these colors, but I'm going to insert little pictures here from Pantone's website that are the color trends for fashion in 2021. I'm only going to be talking about top 5 colors that are in trend today, but I am going to link the article from Pantone's website down in the description box because there's a bunch more. So if you're curious, you can check that out. By the way, all these little pictures that I'm going to put up right now on the screen, these are all courtesy of Pantone. So the first color is Pantone Illuminating. This is probably, I would say, my second favorite. I don't know if you can guess what my first favorite's going to be, but we'll get to that. Like I was saying, this is a very nice muted yellow. It's a little bit of a creamier yellow instead of just like a bright yellow. So I think it's like a really nice springy summery look, but I think that we'll see a lot of sweaters coming out around fall 2021 in this shade as well. There's actually already a few right now on Zara that are super pretty, but I haven't bought them because I don't need more sweaters. If you've seen my sweater video, you know why. Now the next color that's in trend is actually Ultimate Gray, which I think is very interesting because gray is not generally a color that is on trend or not on trend. It's just always included as like a basic color, like part of your neutrals. And we often don't see colors such as like the yellows and the reds that come in and out of trend, a gray being included. But this is actually a really interesting gray because it's kind of on the neutral end of things. So technically if you buy a piece that is in this shade, you're not really going to be out of trend wearing it, given if it's a simple piece like a sweater or something. Now the next color, which I'm going to say is personally not my favorite, but I can see how it can be really cool, styled in different ways, is Raspberry Sorbet. It's basically a hot fuchsia magenta pink. It's a very bright pink. I personally, if I wear pink, it's more like a lighter shade, more like on the pastel end of things, instead of like this like super bright pink. And you like to maybe like wear it with like a bold pink lip or something with like really bold makeup, I think it could be a really good color to work with. Now this is a color that I have seen so many Zara pieces have, and to be honest, I think it's pretty cool. It's like a very nice creamy orange. This is a color that I personally don't think suits me that well. In the past, I have had pieces that have been in this shade or around this shade, and it hasn't suited me that well, but I think that this could be a really beautiful color to work with if you have cool toned skin. Last but not least, and my favorite of all colors that are in trend, is a color called cerulean. That's how you say it. My English is horrible. It's my third language. Don't come at me. This is probably the most beautiful blue ever. I have been obsessed with this shade forever. This is a bodysuit that's basically in this shade that I got from Aritzia, my Aritzia haul. I'll make sure to leave that somewhere if you haven't watched it. I got a bunch of bodysuits from Aritzia. If you like your really light, creamy blues, I think that there's right now so many nice pieces, not just trendy pieces, but actually basics in this color. So if you want to include these beautiful colors in your wardrobe, like cerulean, there's a lot of pieces right now, from like the affordable end like Zara and H&M to like expensive like Net-a-Porter and stuff. So that completes the top 5 colors that are in trend this year. Like I said, I will leave the full article from Pantone's website down below if you are curious to know what else is in trend for 2021. There are some more basic colors like the creamier colors and the brown tones as well, so if you're interested, definitely check out the article. Now let's jump into the pieces. So to explain all the trends that I'm going to talk about today, I have found a bunch of Pinterest pictures, so hopefully it'll give you guys a good visual. I personally don't yet have majority of these trendy pieces in my wardrobe yet, just because I quite frankly haven't been shopping for a while, but we'll see. Maybe I'll end up doing a little bit of a haul at the end of this video. We'll see. I am also going to show you guys little cutaways of pieces that I found that are actually following a particular trend on Zara's website. Again, I don't have majority of these pieces, but if you are interested to try out a trend and if you've been looking to find a piece, Zara is honestly my go-to place if I'm interested in a particular trendy item. So I thought that I would find some examples for you guys to take a look at if you're interested. Okay, so the first trend that we're seeing that I'm sure you've already kind of seen all over Instagram by now is oversized menswear style blazers. So I'm really into this trend. I love it. It's super beautiful. I think that it's kind of like a boss girl look, yet it also has a casual look to it. I'm definitely thinking about buying an oversized blazer like this myself. I'm just still waiting to justify whether or not I need a blazer because I have nowhere to go. But anyway, if you have somewhere to go and you think this could be a piece that you would enjoy wearing, I would definitely recommend you to try it out. I think it's super fun. One of the ways that I've been seeing a lot of girls style them on Instagram has been basically wearing a bralette underneath or like a crop top, like a knitted tight crop top, and I think that's just a super cool look. The second trend that's actually quite in style right now is, again, to kind of go with that menswear style blazers, is menswear full-length pants for women. These pants are basically quite high-waisted and they have like really classical pleats in the front. They're very flowy and very like wide leg in general. They're super comfortable, at least in my opinion, and they obviously go with the blazers that we already just talked about. Now again, similar to the blazer, I think this is a trendy item that you can hopefully work with in a few years to come as well, and they can be included in your basics collection if you get them in more neutral colors. So if you are interested in trousers that are really high-waisted and flowy and comfortable, I think this is definitely a trend for you. Let's move on to our third trendy item, which is one that I think a lot of people might already be tired of seeing. It might be an obvious one if you are on Instagram or TikTok or anything, which, by the way, I just made a TikTok account. Go follow me. I've been having a lot of fun on there. As I was saying, our third trend that's been kind of all over the place, and maybe you're already annoyed by it, it's sweater vests. Like the style of knit that maybe your grandmother or grandfather would have worn. I think this is a style that you're either gonna really hate or you're really gonna love. I've been seeing a lot of people enjoy wearing them. They kind of make it look good. So I don't know where I sit when it comes to this trend. As I was doing my research for this video, I actually came across an article by Harper's Bazaar that named these sweater vests the worst trend in 1970. But interestingly enough, we're seeing them quite a bit in 2021. So I don't know if this particular trend is gonna be one that you can wear in a few seasons to come. It just might be one that's gonna scream very 2020, 2021, and you're not gonna be able to get much use out of it in the future. But I think if you're into it, there is so many of them right now. You have so many choices. Now the next trend that I'm going to talk about is, I think, one that came out around end of 2019, and we saw it kind of pretty much throughout the entirety of 2020. We're still seeing it right now in 2021 as well, and I reckon we're going to see them going forward. It's basically the matching cardigan and top set. Zara came out with this ages ago. There was this particular picture that I think went viral. And honestly, it's actually quite functional and it's really pretty. I think this is a trendy piece that can be included actually in your essentials pieces. It can be included in your basics wardrobe rather than like a trendy piece if you get it in more of like a neutral style, a neutral tones that doesn't scream like 2021 trends. But it's also a piece that, like I said, it's quite functional. It's just a cardigan and a matching top. I did actually end up getting one of these matching sets myself as well, but ones that I've been seeing that have been more in trend is actually like the shorter cardigan with like a shorter crop top style. I ended up getting a long cardigan with like a matching bodysuit from Zara, which I will link down below if it's still available, but I shared it in my Zara haul a few videos ago back. I'll link it somewhere up here if you haven't seen that Zara haul, and honestly I get a lot of wear out of that one. It's quite cozy and warm. Now the next trend that I'm going to talk about is probably the one that bothers me the most. No offense if you like it, it's just personally for me, I like clothing that looks good, but it also has some sort of a functionality, and this one I can't see that. And it's basically clothing of any type with cutouts on the waist like this. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know what the function of these cutouts are. Is it like, my waist was feeling very hot and I don't know what to do with it. Oh my god, I wish I had a cutout here. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's very odd to me and it just doesn't make sense to me. But if you can style it, go for it. I'm seeing these cutout clothing in dresses, in tops. If you know how to style these pieces, let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion because I think maybe I don't know how to work with it. But yeah, so tops, dresses, clothing pieces of any kind with cutouts on the waist are a trend in 2021. I don't know when it was, but it was on trend to have like shoulders cut out, like your cold shoulder, I think it was called. A few years ago, that's what it was called, cold shoulder trend. Didn't understand that either. I know a lot of bloggers managed to style that one very well, but I'm not sure how we're gonna work with the waist cutout. Now this next trend kind of again plays off of the cutouts style that I just talked about, but it's actually just missing the entire body part other than the arms. Basically, it's called an arm warmer. We saw this kind of come out towards the end of 2020. A lot of cool fashion bloggers were wearing like a simple white top underneath and like wearing these sleeve warmers, and it kind of looks like a piece that might actually be like a one piece like that, like two pieces that are attached and they're like different material, different colors, but they're in reality two pieces. So, you know, I think this one's actually a bit more future-proof, maybe a little bit more than the waist cutout situation, but I would still say this is probably, again, not a trend that you're going to be able to wear them for more than 1 or 2 seasons, because after a year or two, you're going to kind of look back and be like, yeah, that's a very 2020, 2021. So I'm curious to see how long this trend is going to go, but if you are interested in it, Zara has a ton of these. H&M has a ton of these as well. Yeah, arm warmers. That's a trend. Now the next trend is one that has been in style in the past, and it's kind of never really totally gone out of style. It's kind of gone slightly in and out. It's basically adjustable tops. We've in the past definitely seen these adjustable straps on these like ruffled crop tops. You have like adjustable strings that are on each side of a top, and you can kind of give it like more of a crop look and kind of like tie a bow on each side. But we're seeing that like adjustable string be put in the front instead, so you can kind of adjust the length of your top from the front. So this is definitely, I think, one that can be worked with. It's cute. I think you can wear this with mini skirts if that's your thing. But I think that this one could just be, you know, a cute addition to your wardrobe. So the next trend that we have been seeing for 2021 is actually one that I think is quite cool. It's basically loose puffy sleeves, not necessarily like super exaggerated only. That's definitely in trend as well, those like exaggerated sleeves on dresses, on blouses, but more like a flowy kind of like ethereal style sleeves. There's a lot of dresses that have these style sleeves. There's a lot of like blouses, shirts even. I think that if you go with the extreme end of the trend, which is like super puffy sleeves that are like coming up to half of your head, that's definitely not going to be something that you're probably going to wear in like after the season's over. But if you get one that is a bit more subtle, like a dress or like a blouse that's like not overdone, just something flowy, this could be something that you can wear throughout summer, probably not just this year, but probably the year after as well. I kind of already have 2 pieces like this, so excited to style those for 2021. The next trend. It's my favorite trend. It's definitely one that I love. And this trend is the lingerie style slip dresses. This is like your classic satin dresses, silk dresses if you want to splurge. I personally have 4 slip dresses. 2 are from Aritzia. One of them I actually showed in my Aritzia haul, and I have 2 from Zara. And honestly, I definitely will happily buy more. Last but not least is oversized lapel collars. Now this trend kind of screams like dark academia or like even academia style, which I think is really cool. We're seeing a lot of blouses with this collar. We're seeing a lot of dresses with this collar. Even sweaters. I think there was a sweater that I saw that had like a cotton oversized lapel collar, which I think is pretty interesting. I would say though this one's probably not a trend you're gonna wear after this season, just because it might end up being one that screams like 2021. So if you do enjoy your collared shirts, I think this is a fun twist on the basic. I definitely don't have anything like this myself, but I'm definitely considering. So that concludes the top 10 trends as well as colors that are on trend for 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was very long and rambly. I think it's an hour and 11 minutes that I have been rambling. I'm gonna have fun editing this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I upload a video. I do a lot of fashion content on this channel, lots of vlogs, lots of fun content. And don't forget to follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. I do a lot of outfit inspos on TikTok, and I have weekly outfit inspos and interior inspiration on Instagram as well. So if you have any of those social media channels as well, definitely give me a follow there. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!